Hi, it's the Rawesome Vegan Gal here, and today I'm doing another video for a brand called nuPasta. This is actually part 3. I believe this is the last one that will be for now. This is the last variety that they have available. And I will have a link below to their website so you can check out all they offer. What are they? They are a Konjac pasta, so they're actually not made from pasta like most people's pasta, or I should say not made from pasta, but most people what pasta think is like from wheat, or sometimes it's from different beans or stuff like that, but this is not. It's from Konjac, if you've never heard of it. This is what the package looks like, in case you have never seen it. And I'll tell you a little bit about it. I've done a couple other videos, but I do a recipe for them, so I'm sharing some different ideas, and the ideas are endless of what you can do, but I'm just sharing you some ideas that I have. So this is organic, USDA organic. It's a 7.4 ounce package. It's gluten-free. It's only 35 calories per pack, so if the calories are an issue for you, this is a great way to go. It's also ketogenic certified. It's sugar-free, sodium-free, also non-GMO, also kosher. I'll show you what it looks like in just a second. And if you don't know what Konjac is, it's a rich source of dietary fiber. Therefore, it is gluten-free and does not contain starch, and it's also low in calories. And it's also pre-cooked and shelf-stable at room temperature. And so it's easy. You just rinse it. And if you want to cook it, they say pan fry dry, but I don't do that. I just use it as is since it is already pre-cooked. Or if you want to dunk it in some hot water to make it warmer, if that's something you want to do. Or you could also use it, like you can add it to something, like if you're making like a soup or a stew and you want to have like noodles, and they're like, this one happens to be Konjac spaghetti. They have 2 other varieties. They have angel hair and fettuccine, and those I've already done videos for, so that's also something you can do. And here it says don't freeze it, refrigerate after opening, do not microwave in tray. I don't suggest microwaving, so just don't do that. All it is 3 ingredients: water, organic Konjac root, and organic soy. It also says consuming large amounts of Konjac may cause gastrointestinal issues, in some rare cases. We recommend no more than 1 pack per person per meal. So if that's a concern, that's good for information to know. So this package is 1 serving. It also has 1 gram of protein, 10% calcium, and 2% iron. So this is what it looks like if you've never seen this brand, and it's in liquid. This is what it looks like, and the liquid will have kind of a smell from the Konjac, so you always dump out the water and then rinse it. So I have one that I already opened, and also there's no preservative, as it says here as well. It's on the inside of the packaging here. So what I'm going to do first is I already have some pre-prepared veggies that I already blanched. What blanching means, if you never heard of blanching, what it is you boil water and then you put the vegetables in for a short amount of time and then take them out. Depends on what it is. If it's a harder, like a root vegetable, then it might take longer. But if it's something like cabbage or some kind of other kind of like kale or collard, any kind of greens, it's like in and out pretty quick. So what I did was I blanched some cabbage, green cabbage, and also cooked it more with a golden beet. So I have that already here in the bowl. You could see that. And I cut them up. I chop them up into smaller pieces. And also for cabbage, if you're not familiar with this idea that I don't know if I came up with it, but thought about it, is because I don't use the whole cabbage. Some people would take a cabbage and just cut it down, and then you have it all exposed. So instead of doing that, what I do is just peel off a leaf, and I'm cutting it up anyway. I don't need it to be a perfect leaf, like I'm not making a wrap out of it. So that's what I do, is I just peel off leaves as I need them, instead of like cutting it open and exposing the whole cabbage on the inside. It just keeps it fresher that way too. So I'm going to do first is add a bunch of different vegetables, and then I have other ingredients I'm going to add to it, and I will also put below the video in the description any other ingredients I'm using, or any other links to other brands that you might want to use their product. So first I have over here is, and I think I've used this in some other videos, it's called a dry farm tomato, and you may not have ever heard of a dry farm tomato, but they are really delicious. So I highly recommend, if they have them in your stores, in your health food stores, or somewhere, that you could try to get some. So I'm just going to cut this into here. This is just a smaller one, so I mean, if you like tomatoes, you can also use heirloom tomatoes. I've used heirloom tomatoes before too. Those are also really tasty if you like tomatoes. So I'm just cutting them up like in small, not super small pieces, but just like this. If you could see the size, it's just like this. I mean, you can do it smaller, and if you want to make a sauce with tomatoes and do it like that. That could be your sauce, but I have some other idea for a sauce. So I'm going to put the rest of the tomato in here. Okay, just cut it up like that so you can see. So the reason I already did the other vegetables because I'm not doing this in the kitchen. I prefer not to be in the kitchen doing this, so that's why I got them ready beforehand. So there's this tomato. So it's also nice eye appeal. So, you know, you have add color to your dish. It also makes it nice. Now I also have some pepper. I have actually a yellow bell pepper. I don't have a red or an orange because that would be nice to have a different color. But I don't have that. I have a yellow one, so I'm just going to use that. So, actually just mind me for just 1 second. I want to rinse the knife off. I didn't realize it has a lot of tomato on it, so pardon me for the interruption. The sink is close by, but I just didn't want to have tomato all over the pepper. So what I do is also same thing with the pepper. What I do too is I don't like cut the whole thing open. I just cut slices as I need it. Same thing if I had a bigger tomato, I would just cut the slices like on each side, so it actually stays fresher that way. So I'm just going to take a piece like that from each side and then cut it right into the bowl. So there's more yellow. Again, I like to do different colors also because it's good to eat variety, like the rainbow. So and if you didn't want to do green cabbage, you could do purple cabbage. And if you didn't want to cook it, you could dice it up more fine so it's easier. So I'm just making pieces like this in the bowl, just so you can see it as I'm doing it. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then next I have some avocado, so I'm going to add that. I have a half avocado. So what I do with my avocado usually is I slice it. I mean, you could do many things with different avocado. You can make a dressing out of it to mash it up. So what I do is I just go down one way and then down the other way. And then I just scoop it out. So I just have a spoon here. I'll just scoop that out right into the bowl. So just scoop it out like that. I mean, you could just scoop it out without cutting it, but, you know, like this. And then you can kind of mash it up a little. Okay. We'll take care of the rest later. Okay, just to give you an idea, because I didn't add the konjac yet, the spaghetti. I'm going to add that later. Okay. And there's quite a bit in the package, so I don't know that I'll show it to you with all of it in here, but just at least some of it. Okay, then as far as a dressing, but first, before I do the dressing, I'm actually going to add some beans. And this is from a brand called Eden. This is their organic navy beans. And I like their beans because they cook them properly. They use kombu. If you don't know from kombu, it's a seaweed. It helps the body digest. It's beneficial. It breaks down the beans for easier digestion. And they also don't add any salt, so I like that. So like this, you can do what you want with it. So it has a lot of liquid in it. So if you want to use it in your dish, like if I'm gonna make the sauce for it, I might want to use some of that liquid. But I need another clean spoon, so I'm gonna find one here that I can use. Actually, I have one over here because I realized I used the spoon for the avocado. And I should have done it for the beans first, but that's okay. So I'm just going to take out some of these beans. If you've never had navy beans, I'll show you what it looks like. This is what navy beans look like. So there is still some liquid in here that's coming out as I take it. And the liquid, I would suggest do not throw out the liquid. It's very good. That's where the kombu is too. It's very good. You can use the liquid for like a soup or a dressing or a sauce. You know, so don't discard the liquid. If you don't want to use it in the dish that you're making, then you know, so I just put a few spoonfuls in the bowl here, and then I'll mix that up, and I'll show you so far what it looks like. You can't see the cabbage so much; it's kind of at the bottom, so I'll try to mix it up so you can see everything a little better. So you can see the cabbage a little, maybe. Okay, so there you go. That's what it looks like so far. So now I'm actually going to add the pasta because what I want to do is I want to make a sauce, and I'm going to use different ingredients, and that's going to go on top of it. So I have an open package here already that I already rinsed. Like I said, there's quite a bit in here, so I probably won't use all of it to show because I don't want it to take over the bowl. So I want to be able to see the other ingredients as well. So I'll just take some out with my fork here, like about that much. And it does have kind of a little cognac-y smell, if you want to call it that. I don't know if that's what cognac smells like, but it has a smell that's maybe different. Maybe I'm going to use just a little bit more for right now. A smell that's a little different than maybe pasta that you're used to having. So just get some like that. And now, I can kind of mix this in a little. I want to still be able to see the other ingredients, so kind of spread it around. Try to. Try to mix it up where you can see the other ingredients. Okay, so now you can kind of see most of it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using, it's called Sprouted Sunflower Seed Butter. It's organic, raw, and stone ground, also kosher, etc. From Dastony. It's a brand I've actually done videos, I think maybe 1 or 2 other videos before, years ago. They have a bunch of different brands. It's actually under one name, and then they have different brands. And it's really nice because all it is sunflower seeds, and they it's stone ground, so it's actually much better for you the way they do it, and they also sprout it, so that's also easier to digest. So that's what's nice about it. So it comes like this in this jar. So again, I'll have links below to other companies that I've done that I mentioned. Oh, there we go. Didn't know if it would open easily or not. So it what happens is it separates the oil from the seeds, because there is natural, fat in it. So what I'm going to do is try to mix up a little, and I have a little bowl here. So I'm going to put some in this bowl. See if I can make it where you can see what I'm doing. Move this out of the way and put the bowl where it's maybe visible. So what I'm going to do, it didn't separate too much. It's a little more watery. So I don't think I'll need any really water, but I am going to use some lemon. And I'm also going to be using something else that might thicken it, so I'll show you that in a minute as soon as I mix this up just a little bit. And I'm going to take a tablespoon, probably a heaping tablespoon, put it in this little bowl here. That might be enough for now. Okay. And let's see, I'm going to put this down here. Okay, so let's see, I think I'll mix it with this spoon. So this is the, so it's not bad as far as thickness. I might add a little more. It's not that much in here. I thought there was a lot, but there isn't really that much. I'm going to take a little bit more. With another spoonful. And you could always make more, or if you want to make some to last you a while, then you just keep it in the fridge. Okay. But this butter, the sunflower to seed, does not have to go in the fridge unless you want it for freshness. So I'm going to add some lemon juice. I'm just squeezing some lemon into it. Depends how much you like lemon. If you don't like lemon, you can use lime. You can also use orange. And also for other nut or seed butters, if you like other things like tahini or coconut butter, or even almond butter would make it have a sweeter taste, because almonds are have a sweeter taste when you make them into a butter. So I opted to want to use the lemon juice instead of water, although I could use some liquid from the beans as well. I don't know how lemony I want it, but it is thick, and it is quite thick now, actually, thicker than I thought. So just taking the seeds out of here. I don't have seeds in here. I got a seed that just fell into it. Try to get that out. Don't want to eat any lemon seeds. Excuse me. I think another one just fell in. Give me some. This is a very seedy lemon, as we say, right? Just get that out. Get some of the pulp too of the lemon. So mix that in. So I think I might take some of the liquid now from the beans, so that has a good use. And actually, I already used that spoon, so what I'm going to do probably is just pour a little in. I just realized I already mixed with that spoon, so whoops. Hopefully not too much liquid I put in there. We'll see. If not, I have an option to. No, that's not that much. Okay. So it's not looking as, I think the liquid made it not look as dark, because the sunflower butter, I don't know if you saw it in the bowl, It was quite dark, and now it's turning kind of more of a beige color. I think from the liquid from the beans. Now I'm going to also add some ginger powder, and this ginger is not from this container. I just used the container, reused the container to put it in. I get it in bulk at the health food store. And you can always buy in a container, but then, you know, you have to keep, buying more of an amount maybe that you don't want. So I just shook a little bit in, maybe not even a half a teaspoon. Depends how much you like the flavor of ginger. And it is kind of thick. See like that, how thick that is? It needs a little more liquid. I want it to be able to pour like a sauce, so I'm going to try to take a little more of the bean liquid. I don't know if that's going to make it more watery or not. I'll take a little bit more. It keeps dripping, pardon me. Okay, we'll add a little more because I'm trying to get it to be more like that it'll pour. So I think that might have helped a little bit. Yeah, I think that helped a little bit because you see now it's still kind of thick, but that's okay. I'm going to add a little more lemon. And the other idea I had to give it, if it needed to be thickened, was I have flaxseed meal, so that would thicken it also, but I don't need it to be thick. I need it to be thinned out a little. So I think this is pretty good now. See that? I think that's pretty good. Okay, so now what else I'm going to add is some nutritional yeast flakes. These are organic from Shiloh Farms. And again, I'll put a link below. I'm just going to put some of that. That could go in the sauce or in the bowl. It's up to you how you want to do it. I'm just going to sprinkle some on here. And then I'm also going to get some, like I said, I have flaxseed meal. And I think I'll put that on now, a little bit. This is from Bob's Red Mill. This is a larger package that I have. It's already ground up, so it's easier than if you grind it up. I'm not going to put too much, just maybe a spoon or so. Teaspoon or tablespoon. Just sprinkle some on. You can always add more later if you like it. Oops, I think I poured more than I thought. Okay, but that's okay. And then the other thing I'm going to use is some nori flakes. I don't know if you're familiar with nori flakes, but seaweed's very good. If you like, I mentioned that's in the beans. And again, I just have it in a shaker jar. This is not where it came in, but I will have a link below. Nori's very good. It has a lot of nutritional benefits, and you can check out the website that sells the nori for more information. So I'm going to sprinkle some on. I'm opening the larger side because I want to pour out more. And it'll give it also, it adds a different color because it's dark. And it's actually raw nori. And they're actually flakes. They also do sheets. They do different things. So now you can see how this looks. It looks nice. And then what I'm going to do now is pour some of this sauce over it. Probably could have had it a little thinner, but that's okay. I'm going to put some on here. It's not really pouring, it's quite thick. So I'm just going to scoop out maybe a spoon or so and mix it in. Okay, so we got that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mix it in here. And then give it a taste. Try to mix it in a little more. And then show you how it looks in the end. Trying to get it where, again, you could see, all the different ingredients, but you might not be able to see everything. Oh, I don't know why. This camera does this weird thing where it flashes sometimes when I'm doing something or maybe not showing myself in the camera. So with this sauce, it kind of hides the some of the ingredients. So I'm trying to turn it over with the noodles so that you can see everything. So you can see all the nice different colors of all the different vegetables that I used. So that's why it's taking a little longer for me to do this. I think that's the best it's going to be. So I'll just show that to you and then take a taste. So that's what it looks like in the finished product. So I'm going to go take a taste now and see what I think. Nice. I like that idea for dressing. Probably I would put a little more lemon and maybe a little more ginger. But it's definitely a nice idea. Yeah. I mean, if you don't like it so spicy or so lemony, but what you can always do is just add a little more lemon just like this. And I got another seed in there. Whoopsie, right? Seeds keep falling into the dish. That's okay. So definitely check out this company and their products and see what you think. Maybe you'll create some interesting recipes you'd like to share with me also below the video. So again, this is nuPasta. It's organic, low-calorie pasta. This is their Konjac spaghetti. And I hope you'll check them out. And I thank you for watching. It's the Rawesome Vegan Gal.